Now, I consider myself to be a fairly competent driver, and up until a few weeks ago, I had a big set of large lug off-road mud tires on my truck. But I gotta tell you, we picked up a centimeter of snow and I was sliding all over the place. So I went out and I got myself a set of Toyo Open Country AT2 all-weather tires. So we woke up this morning with about 2 centimeters of snow on the ground and figured it's a good time to go for a drive with these Toyo Open Country AT2s and talk about how good they do in the snow. So one of the things you definitely notice with these tires being on a light truck is it's a heavy vehicle. They're gonna slide a bit, but with that mountain snowflake designation on the sidewall, they definitely outperform, say, a summer or a mud tire. On the flip side, do they have the same grip as a dedicated snow tire? I'd say 90%. I'm willing to give them a 90% on that one. It's pretty close. They got some great grip in the snow, on the ice, but there's still a little bit left to be desired. But all around, for the price you're paying and the package you're getting, they're excellent tires. So this is a little shameless to admit, but I've had 4 sets of tires on this truck. First, I had a set of Goodyear Wranglers. Then I had a set of Nitto Ridge Grapplers. Then I had a set of Cooper STT Pros. And now I've got the Toyo Open Country AT2s. My biggest comparisons for 4 sets of tires in under 100,000 kilometers is noise, fuel economy, and obviously overall performance. So starting with the Goodyears, my very first set of tires, decent fuel economy, not super loud, all right off-road, okay in the snow. The Ridge Grapplers, being a more hybrid on-road, off-road tire, had excellent off-road, excellent on-road. They were quiet, didn't kill my fuel efficiency too bad. Overall, they were an excellent tire as well. Now, the Cooper STT Pros were a dedicated mud tire, and they are what I had on just before I put on these Open Country AT2s. And off-road, they were excellent tires. I had no complaints about them. On-road, the drone while you were driving, I've had migraines from that drone. So going from that set of tires to this set of tires, it's silence. It's almost like I could fall asleep in here. It's amazing. So being a licensed technician, I get to install and remove all of the tires that I put on this truck. And as frustrating as it is when you say to yourself, yay, I get to put new tires on my truck, you go, oh, massive, gigantic truck tires that are heavy and dirty. When I took off the Coopers, they were off-road dedicated, they were heavy, they were luggy. When I had to balance them, they took a ton of weights. It took me a bunch of tries to get it right. It was just frustrating. I got those off, slapped on the Toyos because they went on like butter, and they balanced up like passenger tires. I barely put any weight on them at all. A couple of hammer-ons, couple of sticks, and I was out the door. I was impressed. And the first thing I noticed pulling out of the shop that night to come home, I drove out the door and I went to accelerate, and having had the mud tires on for about 4 months, I was expecting an instant lug, an instant grunt to get that amount of mass moving. But these are a lighter tire and they just picked up and went. So those were my thoughts on the Toyo Open Country tires. And I wasn't kidding. My big off-road mudders are literally fresh off the wheels. But here in the winter in Canada, this is what you're gonna wanna have on your truck.